If you had talked to me back in 2007 and you would tell me that in 2026, I would be happy to spend my Saturday playing Donkey Kong, I would have thought you were crazy. Back in 2007, I was flying across the country, going to multiple different LAN events, playing Gears of War, and playing professionally at MLG events. I honestly would have just thought you were ridiculous to think that I would play a single player game. All I would want to play is competitive multiplayer shooters. Gears of War was the main game that I played for that time. Heck, I even went to an event in Toronto. I had sponsorships, Turtle Beach headsets being gifted to me, hotels paid for, constantly going to so many different events. And that was back in 2007. The money wasn't good. Honestly, first place was like $1,000. Maybe sometimes like near the end of the season, it was like $4,000, but you're also on a team of 4. So the money wasn't that big. And then your sponsors would take some of the cut. So really like it was just more the experience. Now I wouldn't take any of that away. Like that was an awesome experience. And it was one of the greatest moments of my life. Now, I don't know what happened over time. Not sure if it was like having kids or my age, but I realized over time as I was playing, I'm like, how is this fun? Like I'm constantly going into ranked lobbies. I'm getting extremely angry. I'm getting mad. I'm yelling at my teammates. I'm yelling at friends. Like, where is the fun in it? Eventually, I left the LAN matches. I eventually evolved from competitive online matches into online tournaments. Heck, I even used to play online wagers. I used to bet money against other teams and play competitively for that money. Then eventually I left all that. And then I just said, okay, well, screw the tournaments, screw the teams. I would just play competitively, but I'm just going to do ranked matches. I'm going to do ranked ladders. And for a moment, I did a little bit of PC gaming and I did a lot of League of Legends, CSGO, and then I even did some COD during that time. League of Legends and CSGO was a huge addiction for a time where I just wanted to get myself up to diamond and to masters. And then I got myself to like platinum in League of Legends. And then even in CSGO, I got myself to like double eagle. And for me, it was like a huge deal because all I cared about was just being super competitive. But again, after some time, I just didn't know like what's so fun about this. I spend 90% of the time just super stressed, trying to get my shots off. If I didn't get, what I needed and I died, I would just get really mad at my teammates or just get angry at something. And to be clear, I don't think competitive gaming is bad. So like if you are someone that really loves to play their competitive shooters, or you are someone that likes to do both single player and play competitive shooters, you find time for both and balance in both, that's all power to you. Don't get me wrong. But I realized that it just didn't fit the purpose in my life anymore. And I needed to just have a change. I mean, similar to like sports games, there's people that love sports games and they still play them to this day. I used to love sports games, but I outgrew it, and good for the people that do that still play it to this day. But for whatever reason, I just can't get into sports games anymore. I just got tired of constantly yelling at my screen. But honestly, I never stopped loving video games though. I realized that like video games has been a part of my life since I was little, and it's never going to leave me. And I realized that there was just this little boy inside of me screaming to get out and said, hey, I want to still play games. And I realized like, what was it about me that loved to play video games? Like, what did I do young me that really loved to play video games? And I realized when I was younger, I played so many different games. I didn't play, one specific game. And back in the day, obviously there was no online, especially at my age, especially if you're an old head like me. We had like the Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, and so forth. For me, the biggest consoles for me that got me really hooked was definitely the Nintendo 64, the Nintendo GameCube, and the original Xbox. And the gateway to that competitive shooting was definitely Halo 2 and trying to get that rank 50. That was probably like the beginning steps of it all. It really got me for sure. But nonetheless, going back to what I was doing, I'm kind of jumping off tangent, but the biggest thing for me was after all of that, all of me leaving all my competitive games, I realized there was one game that actually brought me pretty angry, but made me realize that I can still have that like competitive itch, but it was a single player completely. And that game was Bloodborne. Bloodborne made me so angry because it would just kick my ass. I've never had a game kick my ass so much because, mind you, this is me who was a professional gamer that played back in 2007 Gears of War 1 that would constantly be really good, and like I could just jump into any shooter and just be naturally good. Now, granted, probably not anymore because it's been years since I really touched a shooter, but I just never played a game where I would struggle so bad. Now I'm really good at Souls games. I love Souls games, but man, that was eye-opening. I just never imagined myself getting my ass kicked so bad, but I loved it. I couldn't let it go. I wanted to keep doing it. And I just wanted to keep going at it. I wanted to keep trying to figure it out. Father Gascon will forever be etched in my brain as the reason why I play single player games, and now why I have left the multiplayer genre. And I don't miss it. I honestly genuinely can say that with the utmost confidence that I don't have an itch to go back and play. Like right now, we just saw Black Ops got released on PlayStation and for PS4 and PS5, and I have no want whatsoever to buy that. I have no even like remote willingness to actually purchase it. I am totally fine and content with the games that I have right now to just continually play it. Now, if you've been, recently following my channel or sub to my channel, you've seen that I've been making some platinum videos. And so those platinum videos honestly have really taught me a lot about myself. Like that actually has been a really good competitive itch as well. Getting a platinum trophy is not an easy task. Getting a platinum trophy is a lot of work. You got to plan things out. You got to really do some challenging things to get the platinum trophy. Now, some games are easier than others, but you really, really got to put in a lot of work to get that. And so that really has done a lot for me. It's really shown me and taught me how to really put myself into a new environment and challenge myself and put my new found skills into something that I didn't think I had. And so when it came to putting myself out there for a platinum game, I realized this is a lot of fun. I want to go through this. And it just so happened that now I've gotten myself to 104 platinums and I'm about to have my 105th platinum. And so I said, hey, why don't I start, actually making videos for this? Well, making platinum videos taught me something I wasn't expecting. Every time I sat down to write one, I found myself wanting to talk about the game instead of the trophies. And honestly, I just might have to make a whole second video on this because I could talk about this for probably for another 20 minutes, which again, maybe I should spend a second video on that. But I realized that again, platinuming videos, it became more of a challenge to write those. And instead I wanted to keep talking about the experience. And I realized that today, this video is more the sense of realizing that I need to maybe possibly turn this channel into more about the gaming experience. Because honestly, today I think it's about experiencing worlds I never gave myself the chance to experience. Like there's some huge, and I mean huge games out there that I have never played. There's games like Hollow Knight, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the Final Fantasy games, the Metal Gear Solid games, the Resident Evil games. Honestly, like outside of I think Resident Evil 1 from way back in the GameCube and Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube, I've never played the Resident Evil games. Kingdom Hearts, I've never played any of those. BioShock, a classic that I've never played because I grew up, like I said, mostly on the N64 was, but honestly, I really wish I played it on the Super Nintendo, was Chrono Trigger. Like there's classic games that I've never played that are like video game essentials. The list goes on. And honestly, if you guys have some games or franchise suggestions, let me know. Odds are I haven't played them. Heck, the Assassin's Creed franchise. There's honestly so many franchises that if you probably love that franchise, I probably haven't played it. Like recently, I'm just completing the God of War Greek saga because I did do the more modern one, the God of War 2018 and Ragnarok about a year or two ago. And then recently they announced that God of War, the Greek saga is getting remastered and then Lao Fei is going to come out. So I was like, screw it. I want to, play the older ones. I never play them. And these games are the reason why I'm making this video today. It's making me realize like I need to experience some of these games that have been around forever that I just never have touched. And genuinely, I think that would be much more valuable to share out to the world than just getting the platinum trophy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a completionist through and through. I still want to get platinum trophies. And heck, I still might make platinum videos going forward, or I might even combine the two. I might still talk about my experience and then include the fact that I got the platinum. However, I do think my connection to things is much more tailored and much more tied to getting myself the experience in a game and what the game did in an impact to me and what felt special to me and what was an actual like really cool experience. And so yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video. I mean, for honestly, like if you look at what I'm even sharing right now, you can see that I'm sharing gameplay of Donkey Kong Bonanza, which this is actually me playing a couple months ago before I even started my YouTube channel. I bought a Switch 2 a few months ago for my 7-year-old daughter, but I randomly just decided to play Donkey Kong Bonanza and I couldn't put the game down. I realized that this is who I am. I love playing so many different games and recognizing the fact that just a platinum channel might not be able to do that. But on top of that, like who I genuinely am, this is who I am. This is someone that likes to experience games, great games. And there's a lot of big games out there that I think I want to share out with you guys. So if this sounds like something you want to definitely see, then definitely make sure to subscribe. And I look forward to sharing that out with you guys soon because I got some big ideas and some big games coming out soon that I've never played that I think you guys will enjoy. And I have so many different genres that I'm going to do. I'll be playing different RPGs, different adventure games, different platformers. We'll talk about shooters. We'll talk about everything. I definitely like to play a little bit of everything and I look forward to it. So again, this is Hector. I still plan on collecting, just definitely collecting more experiences than just platinum trophies, but we'll definitely see a little bit of both. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Have a great day.